Welcome to the Movies and Stuff show, everybody. I'm Abe, and joining me is the man whose life can be summed up by using Harvey Keitel characters, my man Dan. And together we'll be talking about Excision, and we'll also have an interview with Traci Lords, star of Excision. Well, I'm excited for that.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Excision is not an easy film to dissect.
Badoomsh.
Haha, it's a family drama, a coming-of-age story, a character's descent into madness, and a psychosexual horror. But whereas most horror films kind of come from a place of negative emotions, I think Excision's core emotion is love. The two main characters in Excision, Pauline and Phyllis, are both struggling with how to demonstrate their love. And it doesn't go well. All right, Dan, let's get into it. What did you think of Excision?
Yeah, I got to say, like when I was watching like the opening scene of it, I didn't quite know what to expect. Pretty much a girl having an orgasm while there's just blood shooting out around it. I was like, what kind of movie is Abe making me watch? I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a terrifically acted film, and we'll get into it, but it's got an ending that just, it just sticks with you, and you don't recover quickly from this ending. But I agree that there's a lot more depth to it than it just being a standard horror film, and there's definitely a black comedy to it. There's definitely a comedic tone. Stylistically too, I kind of feel that this is what Ryan Murphy should try to do for American Horror Story.
You mean in Pauline's fantasies? Or
yes.
You mean overall?
Yes. No, Pauline's fantasies is the stuff that Murphy tries to do on American Horror Story, and this is how he should actually do it. Mm. It's tremendous. So some great filmmaking there. I'm
thinking of the Lady Gaga promo right now. No, those fantasy sequences are very interesting, and I definitely want to talk about that more, because I think her fantasies, they always revolve around blood and gore and mutilation, but there's definitely some sexual overtones there, don't you think?
Oh, no, absolutely. To the fact where she wants to lose her virginity while she's on her period.
Right.
And there's definitely that connection there. The whole concept of a geyser of blood shooting out, it's some sexual imagery there. Just, a confused teenage girl, sociopathic teenage girl there, just her body's changing and her mind isn't right, And
I definitely want to come back to that. I want to talk about this when we get to the ending, because I want to see if we can tie that together or not.
Right.
But yeah, Pauline is played by AnnaLynne McCord, who I'd never seen before this. But yeah, she nails it as a very troubled young girl.
And this is going to sound, I don't know, call it what you will, sexist or whatever, but they really uglied her up for this film because she's a very beautiful girl. Very beautiful girl. And they really uglied her up in this film. They
did. They almost gave her a primitive look, too.
Yes.
The big eyebrows
totally.
And her posture. Yeah, she looked like she's either the next step or the previous step on the evolutionary scale.
Right. It's fantastic that, they took a shot with, this actress, and she nailed it. She did such a fantastic job. And I think top to bottom, a great cast. And, Traci Lords, I'm excited to talk to her about this film because tremendous performance here. And then the guy that plays the father is an actor called Roger Bart, and I've seen him in a couple of different things. He's kind of like this familiar face, this character actor. He plays a man that's just beaten down so badly. You can't even enjoy some ice cream without. It's a weekend. It's a weekend. You should be able to enjoy some ice cream. You got Ariel Winter from Modern Family.
Yeah.
Good performance. It's a little different from what she's used to playing on Modern Family. And, just to touch on something real quick is, she suffered from cystic fibrosis in the film. and needed a lung transplant. I actually lost one of my best friends when I was younger. When I was about 12, I lost him to cystic fibrosis. So I'm very familiar with it. And this has actually popped up. One of the characters on Bates Motel, the show, has cystic fibrosis. So it's good to see that it's a disease that's getting some attention. Hopefully people can throw some money at it to find a cure for it. Get people well from it. But anyway, back to this movie. It's a really well acted film, and great script. Based off a short film that the director did a few years prior to that. Have you seen the short film?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's good. It's on YouTube. Check it out. It's like, I think, like 18 minutes, and it's pretty, how you say, faithful to the the feature length version, but done in a short film style. So there's just cuts of time, and the story isn't as clean as the.
Oh yeah, of course not.
But no, Richard Bates Jr. His first film. This was his debut film, and he nailed it. Did a great job.
He did. It's sort of an anti-Carrie film.
yeah. In many ways, it really is. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I want to get back to that the theme of this film, which I think is the inability to express love. I think that's at the core of this movie. I think the way Phyllis nitpicks her husband is not because she's just being a bully. That's how she expresses love. That's how she shows she cares. That's how she's showing she cares, is by nitpicking him.
Yeah, no, and I think one of the issues is you have these characters that all want to love, but they're in this relationship where they're all with the wrong person.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You have a husband and wife that, they're just the wrong people for each other, and they want to love each other, but it's difficult because they are just so not right for each other. And then you have this mother and daughter combination where it's the same thing, and that's got to just be an awful situation, because as a parent, the thing that you want to do is you want to love your child, and you want your child to love you back. That's one of the top things as being a parent. And imagine just being so incompatible with the other that you're not able to make that connection. It's just got to be terrifying and heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's like he's seen when Pauline is on the bed and talking to Phyllis, and she says something to the effect of, "Even though I'm still a bitch, you love me, right?" And she says yes. Yeah. And then later on, Phyllis is confessing to Bob that she doesn't love her.
Right.
And that's what starts everything. And Pauline is trying in her own way to show that she cares. When the house is teepeed and defaced, and she beats up the other girls, that's her trying to show that she cares. Don't you think?
No, totally.
Okay.
Totally, in her own
in her own
psychopathic way. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think the end.
The end is the ultimate way of her trying to show that she cares.
Yes. But I also want to tie that into what we were talking about at the beginning. She has all these fantasies about the gore, and she sexualized it. When she actually performs her fantasies in real life, is that a sexual act? It isn't played like that in the movie,
no.
But it definitely, I don't know, see how there's a disconnect there.
I don't think it's a sexual act. I think in her fantasy world it's all sexualized, but in her reality, it becomes true to her. Like she wants to help and she wants to love. When she gets the bird, when she picks up that bird, and does surgery on the bird. It's doing it out of compassion. It's not doing it out of her, need for this sexual release. It's not doing it because she's a cruel person. She's trying to legit help this bird. And when she's doing the surgery on her sister at the end, that's what she's trying to do.
Right.
And I got to say, like, that ending threw me for a complete loop, because all along, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, she's going to kill herself.
Sacrifice herself.
She's going to kill herself so her sister can live, because, that's the right thing to do, because, she's a really twisted human being, and, she doesn't fit in this world. So she's going to kill herself, and her lungs are going to go to her sister. No, they couldn't have done that. That would have been too easy. That would have been too Hollywood.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
As sad as it would have been too Hollywood, you know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Pauline is not selfless. No.
Jeez.
But the way she has pride, she wants Phyllis to, she wants to show her mom what a good job she did.
Look at the stitching. Look at that stitching.
Yeah. Fabulous.
I didn't know what to do with the body, so I practiced my incisions.
God. Very good.
You want some jump ropes, Abe?
No, okay. Man. There's some other good little performances in this movie too.
A ton of great cameos.
John Waters, yeah. Fabulous as a pastor.
Yeah.
I'd go to John Waters' church. You liked Malcolm McDowell, didn't you?
I thought Malcolm McDowell was sensational as the teacher. Yeah.
Teacher, yeah. Marlee Matlin as the she wasn't the principal, she was like the assistant principal, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't understand you when you're waving your hands around like that.
Yeah, when you and your daughter are talking, it makes me glad that I'm deaf. Oh man!
You want to sweep together?
And Ray Weiss, he's that guy. You know that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy that's going to kill his daughter. Young lady, save some for the rest of us. What the hell is that, dude?
You know, because all I kept thinking is this, like, she's got herpes. She's just gonna rub her mouth all over the water fountain. Like, that's what I kept thinking. I don't know why. It was, you know, that was a funny scene during the dance where she kisses the kid.
Oh my God, yes.
Can we talk about her losing her virginity?
Sure.
And just how disturbing that scene was?
Yeah, lay it on me. Why was it disturbing?
You didn't find it disturbing?
I found it weird. Yeah, I mean, are you talking about the actual sex or afterwards?
Oh, afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
When the young lad earned his Red Wings?
Even after that, where she's hanging on his car and talking to him, I think that was just terrible. Is she trying to be normal right there? Is that what people do? Or I don't know. I think in her head, maybe she's trying to be normal, but part of me thinks that she could just be fucking with the guy, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Pauline is definitely an interesting riddle.
Because then after that, she goes up to the dude's girlfriend and is like, "Oh, do you have any STDs?" No. Oh, good. Neither do I.
Yeah. She's an agent of chaos.
Jeez.
She, in the film, she diagnoses herself as a borderline personality.
Right.
Actually, I think the more, and I'm not a shrink at all, but I think she actually might have some schizophrenia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, schizophrenic whose fantasy and reality become indistinguishable.
Yeah, I can see that.
They withdraw from society. Yeah, physical appearance means nothing to them.
Yeah, and the fact is that she has this fantasy world where she is someone different. And she has these delusions of grandeur that,
Well, she wants to be a surgeon.
She wants to be a surgeon. And she's being expelled from high school. So, well, I get my GED and then I become a doctor after that. Not sure if it works that way.
Yeah. And I've watched it a couple times and I was wondering if the fantasy scenes are playing out a story or if they're just, snippets of her demented psyche. I just think they're probably more snippets.
I think they're snippets, but it's also foreshadowing to the end.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's a clue to how this whole thing's going to play out. And I miss them. I miss those clues.
I think a lot of people did. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It's. I give credit to the filmmaker, the writer, the filmmaker. He did a great job of trying to, do a card trick up his sleeve or something like that. It's like, look over here, and while you're not looking, boom, something else is gonna, come up. And that's what happened. It's just, he was preying on people's expectations of it playing out a certain way. And when when they least expected it, gave them something else that still works because he had given so many great clues and hints to it. It wasn't like an M. Night Shyamalan thing where it just comes out of nowhere.
Right.
It was a legit, good, start to finish story. And that final sequence between those two, when Traci Lords just hugs her, oh my God. Yeah,
Traci has a scream at the end that will hold on to you for a while. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is a little off the wall. Are you going to call this a good October or Halloween watch?
Yes. Yes, people, watch it. Watch it for Halloween, October. Absolutely.
I think so, too. I think
totally.
It's different enough just to keep you entertained. Yeah. So that's it. I can't think of anything else.
Hey, great choice. I'm glad that you suggested it. You got to revisit it. I got to see it for the first time. I'm looking forward to talking to Traci about this. It's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Our partner video with this is going to be talking to Traci primarily about Excision. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So everybody out there in YouTube land, subscribe, like, give us a comment here on YouTube. Or,
absolutely.
Yeah. I'd love to know what you guys think of the, of Excision or those delusional scenes or anything we talked about. Maybe we've missed the boat.
Yeah. Tell us why we're wrong. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. We're also over on Facebook, and you'll be able to click on the link in the description. You can yell us at there too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. We like being yelled at.
Yeah.
We should be married to Traci Lords' character in this movie. It's not a weekend. I'm still eating ice cream.
Well, that's it for the movies and stuff review episode. Thanks, everybody.
Later.